show you a little trick for gathering. Now, I would recommend a Husqvarna Viking ruffler, that's the best one, or the Husqvarna Viking gathering foot, which is good for lightweight fabrics, not anything like home dec or heavier fabrics. Those 2 feet are ideal. But what do you have for a stitch that comes with this machine and a foot that you could use for gathering? You're going to find a stitch in our menu A, and on our next page here, stitch number 20. This is called a bridging or gathering stitch. So we're going to actually take some cord. You need cord that is twice as long as the area of the length of fabric you're working on. So if I am going to gather this piece of fabric, I want cord that is at least that length. I'm going to just fold this in half to kind of give you an idea. But the foot we're going to use is actually your manual buttonhole foot. And the reason for it is because of this part right here. We're going to divide the cord in half and put the halfway point over the back part of that foot. Now, sometimes what I'll do is just put the foot on, and I'm going to do that. Put the foot on first, then link the cord underneath it. And because it is a buttonhole foot, there are 2 grooves for the buttonhole to be created underneath this foot. And those 2 grooves are going to keep the cord guided perfectly for this stitch. Isn't it so nice that foot comes down? I didn't have an extra hand to lower the presser foot. And I really don't need to hold on to these cords, but I think just by habit I do. So this stitch, as you're seeing, it's going to stitch once down and then once to the right, back to the center, once down the center, out to the left. So it's kind of bridging the 2 cords, and we're creating a little pull area that we will be able to gather the fabric with. Because the foot is holding this cord, the stitch isn't stitching into it. It's wonderful. It's a great way of doing it. And this will work on heavy fabrics as well. So we'll just go ahead and cut it, give you an idea of what's going on here. So this is how this stitch looks. It kind of looks like railroad tracks when you end up stitching it. So here is how to pull it. As you pull it from one end, because we had that loop at the other end, it won't accidentally get pulled through or out or break. And look, we can take and start to gather up our fabric and get it ready to go into the area we'll be using it. Whether it's a pillow or dust ruffle or curtain, we can get that nicely gathered no matter how thick the fabric is.